Hey, what's going on guys, Turty here, and welcome back to another tutorial for Minecraft 1.15 modding tutorial. In this one we are going to be going over how to create an item with object holders, and specifically an object holder for specific items. So in 1.15 there are many ways to initialize items. I'm not going to be covering all of them, of course, but I'm going to be covering quite a few different ones. So I'm going to be covering deferred registries. I'm going to be covering having an object holder over a whole class. And each object inside is obviously will be using that. And I'm going to have in this one specifically, I'm going to have an object holder for each item. So yeah, I'm going to have many different registries. We'll see. And I'm also going to be going over static initializer objects, which is what we used to do in 1.12, but it's not good. But I'm going to be showing you it anyways, just in case. I believe there are uses for it in certain circumstances, but I'm going to be showing it last. So it's an option. You have your options, you choose wisely. But first one, we're going to be going over on this one. So inside our init package, we're going to create a new class. And we're just going to call this item init. So this is the class where we initialize all of our items. This class needs the annotation at mod.event bus subscriber, and that is going to take in mod ID is equal, and actually we haven't created the mod ID field yet, have we? Okay, let's do that. So in our main class, we're going to go down here and create a public static final string, and in all caps mod underscore ID, or just mod ID, but I like the underscore, is equal to, and then open a string, and this is just going to be this value right here. It allows you to easily call it. Also we're going to create an instance, because it's always nice to have an instance. Okay, so to do an instance, we just do public static tutorial mod, and we're going to call that instance. And in our constructor, we can do instance is equal this. There we go. So now we have an instance to easily just grab. Now we can close our main class. So mod ID we can say is equal to tutorial mod dot mod ID. Just import at mod. There we go. And then comma bus is equal to bus dot mod. So just import bus. There we go. Now inside of here we are going to do at object holder. I'm just going to write the code first, and I will explain what I'm doing afterwards. So at object holder, tutorial mod.mod ID plus example underscore item, and then public static item example underscore item, and then we're going to line down at subscribe event. This is going to be a public static void register items. This is going to be a final registry event dot register. God, that really messes up when you do that. of item. Why does that mess up so badly? Stupid Eclipse. That is an Eclipse error that I will admit. And then event. Just import item and subscribe event using Control-Shift-O. Inside of here, we're going to put event dot get registry dot register example item. Wait, no, that's wrong. Sorry. A new item of a new item dot properties dot group. And for now, I'm just going to do item groups. Wait, what is it? Item group dot misc. And then outside of the two brackets, we do dot set registry name example underscore item. There we go. Let me just check that I haven't missed anything here. Okay, so now I can explain what I'm doing here. So, as I explained in the second tutorial, we have the event bus subscriber. So this is allowing this class to have any events subscribed to it, and they will be added to the bus for Forge to load into the game. So it's telling it's a subscriber from our mod, right there, and using the mod bus. And then in here we have at object holder of our mod ID plus the registry name. So basically, if we look here, here it says object holder can be used to automatically populate public static final fields with entries from the registry. These values can then be referred within mod code directly. So it's I don't entirely understand it, but what it basically does is it associates this with this value. Now, from what I do understand, is you can make this class an object holder. So I think you can do at object holder mod ID is equal to tutorial mod ID maybe you don't do that. There you go. And then I think you would just remove that and make this item final if you want, I think. And then you can make that equal to null. There you go. Okay, so you make that equal to null, and then yeah. Okay, my bad. So what you're doing is you're making this an object holder. So an object holder of your mod, and then you initialize the public static final item, which is called example item, and you set it equal to null. Because it's final, you have to make it equal to something. And then here in our subscribe event, we are registering a new item with a new item.properties, and then you can set the group to your item group. So if you're unaware, item groups are creative tabs, and they've been renamed, so now they're called item groups and instead of creative tabs. And then outside of our new item, we can do .set registry name, and this is what associates it with this variable, this .set registry name. So this here needs to be the exact same as this here. And that's basically all you need for the items. We don't need anything else. So we can now actually close that class, and we can go into the assets. So in here, let's create a new package .models.item, and just to separate it out a bit, I will do .models.block. I will add new package .blockStates. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. New package blockStates needs to be outside of models, and then a new package again .textures.items. New package again, and this one's .blocks. And I might as well just create a new package for entity now. Might as well. So most of it is the exact same. So we're just going to create a new untitled text file in here. And in here, we're just going to want to put model : item / generated. I think. I actually don't know. Let's check. So in here, you're just going to want to put 2 brackets, and then in the middle, we're going to put parent, and it's the exact same as 1.12, just so you know. Item / generated, and then comma, textures, : triangle bracket, tab, layer 0, : and then our mod ID, so tutorial mod. So this is the same value as this here, which is the same as the main and the mods.toml. You need to make sure you always get that value the same. You don't want to mess that up. So your mod ID, and then items / and then the name of the texture. So mine is just example _item. You need to make sure you get case right, so case sensitive. And I'm missing a bracket just before I run that there. And then we can save it in here: source, main, resources, assets, tutorial mod, models, item. And we're going to name this example _item.json. There we go. I don't know if I have syntax. Nope, I don't. And then in here we will create the item texture. To make sure this is a .png, it is full lowercase, so this needs to be the same name as this and as this. It needs to be in textures, items, and it needs to be a power of 2. The texture size needs to be a power of 2. It should be 16 by 16 with a maximum size of 32 by 32. You shouldn't have it any bigger. If you want to know why, there is a whole documentation on that. I will leave a link to that in the description, but it should not be bigger than 32 by 32. And minimum size is 16 by 16. Recommended 16 by 16. It's very important. If you don't know how to resize it, I will just do a tiny little thing. So if you just install paint.net, which you can get from the internet, if you're coding, you should know how to install stuff. Let me just... Okay, so yeah, we have this image right here, right? And it's got all these lines on it. That's nice. We need to make this 16 by 16 in Paint. You can just go image, resize, and 16 by 16 on the pixel size, width and height. And there you go. Nice image. It's great. I know. I love it. So good. I'm a professional artist, if you weren't aware. Look. It's a shrimp. Okay. So yeah, that's just that. You should already know how to do that, but just in case, some people don't. Some people are slightly less intellectual. Yeah. Oh, yes, one last thing. Lang. So we need to create a new package, and we need to do .lang. And in here we need to create a new untitled text file. In here, brackets, tab it in, and in some speech marks we're going to have item.example_mod.name. I think that's right. No, example_item, not example item. There you go, and then colon. And then in here, this is going to be what you want to show in game. So I just want example item. And if we just go to source, main, resources, assets, tutorial mod, lang, we're going to want to call this en_us.json, all lowercase, and just give that a save. There we go. So we can close that now, and let's give it a run. So run client, and I'll see you guys in the game. The game has loaded, but I did a slight little issue. Not too big of a deal, but if we go into our source main resources, I did think I did this wrong. I wasn't too sure. But if we go back into our lang, it's actually, instead of .name, because I'm used to 1.12, it's item dot and then your mod ID. So tutorial mod dot example item, just like that. So it's item dot mod ID dot registry name. If I now go back into the game, just press F3 and T to reload our resource packs, it should change. So if we now go back into here, there you go. There's our item, example item, and it's great texture. I'm amazing at texturing. All right, okay. Yeah, so there it is. That's our item. It works fine. If you want to add another item, obviously you can just go to item init, and we can just copy this right here, paste it, and you want to call this, I don't know, just test_item. Oh, I messed that up. And then we're going to want to copy this and change it to test_item. This time I'm going to put it in brewing. I don't know why, but it is. And I'm just going to do the JSON for it. I'm not going to do the texture, just so you know. I'm going to do the lang as well. So just put a comma, and then test, and test item. There you go. Close that. Let's go to models, item, example item. Let's just copy that. Test_item. Oh, I messed that up as well. I accidentally removed the dot. These are just some common errors which you might make. Like accidentally get rid of the dot and, you know, little stupid things which you're not really thinking about because you're just trying to get stuff done. As I say, I'm not worrying about texture, that's not a big deal. But I'll see you guys back in the game just to prove that, you know, you can get a second item working too. Okay, so we're in the game, and if we now go to brewing, which is where I put it, all the way down to the bottom we have test item. Obviously we don't have a texture because I didn't make one, but you know, there you go. It's lovely. I have massive FPS drops, don't know why. I don't know, I think it's just because Forge is unstable at the moment and it's, you know, not quite ready, but it's fine. So if you guys did enjoy this tutorial, please be sure to smash your face in that like button and subscribe. If you really enjoyed, please do be sure to share it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.